Let's talk. Let's talk.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tsepo, aka the Big T, aka Mfana Kokasi, chilling here with the most beautiful DJ Wasetembisa, DJ Thabithabs. We're going to be chopping it up. We're going to be talking about her career journey, how long she's been in the industry. We're going to be touching on how the industry is like for people like us who are not in the industry, you know. So she's going to be giving us inside information about how it is to be in the industry. But let's start with simple stuff, like your name. What's your name? What's your real name?
Hi. Voice, I'm happy, guys. I'm kidding. Hi. Hi. My name is Nompumelelo Thabisile Psebenzi.
Thabisile?
Yes.
What do I think that maybe you are in Thabisile? Like for the love of me, I always thought that she's in Thabisile.
I don't know, because I seriously look like a Zulu girl. I don't understand where you guys get the N from.
So you look
Where
like
does it come
girl.
from?
I don't know. What we thought, because you're from Joburg, Tembisa. You know, we meet a lot of people. Maybe your dad was Pedi and your mom was Zulu, kind of situation, or vice versa. But you know?
No, I think Thabisile is a rare name. That's why you guys just took my name and then aligned me to your Tabi sayings and whatnot.
No, we were hoping for you to be Pedi.
Okay, I'm everything, but in this case, I'm Thabisile.
No, Thabisile. That's good to know.
For birth rights and for ancestral rights, can I just be Thabisile, guys?
Are you heavy on that though? Like your ancestors?
Yes. In a way, I feel like everything is interlinked. It just depends on how you want to view things.
Okay.
If you view your God as the gods, then I believe in the universe. So I believe everything that has been on earth falls into the ancestral journey.
Yeah.
So by so saying, I mean, I do believe in Christ because there is no other explanation of how the earth came about and whatnot. But I strongly believe in the ancestral journey because we were made to believe that there is an afterlife.
Okay.
So for me, there's a thin line where everything interlinks, but that is just me.
I see. So you believe both in ancestors and Christianity as well?
I believe they are the same thing. They were just jinxed somehow for world order and
So but how do you feel about when people say, okay, a lot of Christians, not a lot, some Christians say, no, ancestors and whatnot, that's like devilish stuff, that is demons, you can't go to the funeral and you can't go to the graveyard and talk to the dead people because that person is dead. You know, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry to cut you short, but they pray to Jesus. Jesus died and woke up. So what's the difference?
That's a better explanation. Okay, cool. But let's forget about that.
Let's not get into this whole religious things.
Let's talk about how you got into DJing. Or how you acquired the name DJ Thabithabs.
Okay. Thabithabs was basically derived from Thabsi, but it was not my idea. It was Nati's idea.
Who's Nati?
Nati is we went to school together with Nati.
Okay.
We went to varsity together. So when I was in varsity, I was still very, very high on dancing and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because I've been a dancer for as long as I could remember.
Okay.
So when we got to high school and Nati picked up that I've got an interest in DJing and whatnot, he said it frankly that let's not just try and get things complicated, but let's just keep your name at Thabithabs.
Yeah. But who's
So,
Nati?
Nati is a friend. Nati is a friend. He's a tertiary friend We all went to tertiary together,
I see.
and then that was about
So
it.
where's Nati now?
I don't know where Nati is at, but he's my
Oh.
friend. Wherever he is, Nati, wherever you are, I miss you, buddy. He is my
So
friend.
he gave you the idea for the name because you already were interested in DJing.
Yes.
Yeah, you grew up in Tembisa in 1632. That's good.
I grew up here. Nah.
Where did you grow up?
I'm an import, bruh.
You are an import.
Nah.
Where did you grow up?
You guys are out here trying to claim everything that is yours. Nah, no
Where did
ways.
you grow up? Where did you
I'm
grow
kidding. I was born, bred, and raised here. But in all honesty, I don't feel I was raised here because of my teenage life. I spent my teenage life in KZN.
Oh, I see.
When I was supposed to do high school, I took a decision to go to a boarding school in KZN.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And why did you take that decision? Why didn't you just stay here?
What was here for me?
A lot. I mean, I stayed here. He stayed here. Everybody stayed here.
I think I had a very strong sense of independency.
Okay.
So by the time I got to grade 7, I was just tired of this environment. I felt like it was not fitting me the energy that I needed.
Okay.
So I felt like, okay, let me just move to a whole different location
Yeah.
and just get a whole different feel. Maybe to some extent when the brand grows big,
Yeah.
it would just be nice for people who went to high school with me to say, no, we know you from high school. And some people who know me from primary say, no, we know you from primary.
Yeah.
But the main reason for me to be was that I just wanted to tap into my sense of independence. I had a very strong sense of independence back then. So I felt like me being in a boarding school just exposed me to all the things I want to be exposed to. That means at that time I could know my strengths, how to survive, how to get things going,
Okay.
and just how to live on my own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop being very, very dependent on moms and
But
dads
at,
and whatnot.
at a very early age, you felt like that. Like, why was that? I mean, grade 7, you said. Grade 7, you are a kid. You don't know nothing about independence at that age.
You think so?
At that age, I didn't care about anything. I just wanted to eat when I was hungry. I don't care where the meal is coming from. But as long as I can eat when I'm hungry, sleep when I need to sleep, wake up when I need to wake up. Didn't care about who's working, where, how much they're getting paid. None of that.
With
And
a
why
dad-
do you now, at that age, feel like you now need an independence?
With a dad like mine trusting me, you were going to find yourself somewhere along those lines.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was just fortunate enough because I was the eldest kid. So my dad was very
very
strict
on you.
and very, very tough on me. So
Okay.
that automatically made me grow up faster than everyone else. So by grade 7, I had already took a decision that I don't want to be under his wing already. His rules have just been too tough on me already
I
and
see.
whatnot. So I just want to go elsewhere where I could feel like I am free enough to be me and I don't have to discuss my freedom with him.
Okay. So how was your dad? Like, when you say strict, what are you talking about? Like, what was he doing? He give you curfew? You need to be home at 4? Like, what was that all about?
Okay, my dad is a typical Zulu man.
Okay.
Or let me say he was a typical Zulu man.
Okay.
Very fond of what a man is supposed to do and he would deliver on that. He was a very caring man to the extent I can't take anything away from him. I can't fault him.
Yeah.
Because later at some extent I learned that everything he was doing was done so that it benefits me in the future.
Okay.
And it is benefiting me.
It's still
I don't
benefiting you till
Yeah,
this day.
it is benefiting me till today.
Yeah.
So basically by saying my dad was strict was that instead of me growing up like any other kids,
Yeah.
I was already different from all my siblings at home.
Okay.
I was different in an extent that somebody would get excited to get money. I wouldn't just get excited to get money. I felt like I have no use for money that I do not ask for. In my
Okay.
life. So with all the other siblings, it would just be a sign of probably happiness or freedom to just get whatever you could get because dad is capable
Yeah,
of whatnot.
yeah.
But there's just something in Teddy that always wanted to know,
Yeah.
why do I deserve to get this? Why is it suddenly mine? Why is it given to me?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
If I did not ask for it, why am I getting
Why
it?
are you getting it?
You see?
Okay.
So I was raised with that I was raised by a very strong hand.
Okay.
He made sure that I'm raised like a guy because in his words he said, I'm raising you in this manner so that you are able to take care of everyone else once I'm no more.
Okay. So he raised you like a guy,
Yes.
like a boy.
Practically like a
He
boy.
treated you like a boy.
Yes.
And I can see that because you're like, yeah, mina ngiyangena. Sengifigile mfana.
How?
Ngipapa ngesandla.
I've actually grown, guys. I did not even used to put on makeup. I used to be so
didn't?
tomboy. I was bad. I used to play soccer. I played rugby.
You
I
played
did a lot
rugby
of things. Yeah.
in KZN.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story, ne? I have a scar here. in Masters, I went to Masters in high school. They were trying to introduce like other sports.
Yeah.
So they introduced rugby, right? And they were looking for like big guys.
And you're
around
one of the big
school.
guys.
And I was like one of the big guys, hence the name. Let's not talk about but I was one of the big guys, abo. So they came through, they were like, okay, yeah, we're now. I'm cool. Rugby, right? And you know, back in the day, you were told, you were never asked.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Let me just go. And then we were running around, chasing the ball. I was the front or the back, I don't know the positions. But then I ran and some dude like grabbed my t-shirt and he pulled me down. And I got so hurt. I was bleeding. And I went home and my dad was like, why are you bleeding? And I was like, I was playing rugby. He laughed at me, you know, because it was so taboo for him, for me to play rugby, because it's like rugby is such a tough sport. You could have just played soccer like normal people and you're out here playing rugby. And I never played rugby again. And you played it for how long?
I didn't play it for so long because I had an issue with the grass.
Oh.
I have issue with wet grass and everything, and rugby is most likely to be a place where you practice on wet grass.
Okay.
And even the climate
Yeah.
in KZN, you'd have rain on a sunny day and whatnot, so it was not really helping me out. And besides, I was so in love with dancing.
Oh.
So instead, I had to just quit the whole rugby thing and focus on conducting
dancing.
dance classes at school.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Because I want to know how you actually got into like in the entertainment industry. But then you were raised in Tembisa, and then
Yes.
you then went and spent most of your teen life in KZN.
No,
boarding
let's
school.
just say 5 years.
5 years.
5 years to be exact.
Which is
because it was
most of
from
your
grade
teen
8.
life.
No, it's not most.
It is.
Okay, it's half of it.
Okay, it's half of it.
Yeah.
Up until 16, I mean, it's 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay, cool. It's most of it. Or almost all of it.
I'm educated a bit. I know these things.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. But so you were raised here,
Yes.
and then your dad was like, what was your dad doing?
My dad is a taxi owner, guys.
He was a taxi owner.
Yeah, like Aspire kind of taxi
Inspire.
owner.
Inspire.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How many taxis does he own?
Yeah. I don't know. At some point, there were just too many.
So, but you guys were rich in your house. Were rich. You guys were rich. You got
No, my dad was wealthy.
okay.
He was a wealthy man.
You get money
He
all
was
the
a
time.
wise, wealthy man. Maybe they did. They got money. I did not. I was not interested in money.
But here's the thing, though. Your dad had the money.
Yeah, but it says money.
Oh,
And it
okay.
always reminded you that it says money. It's
Yeah,
not your
yeah.
money.
But then, how many cars did you guys have? And you said he passed on. When
At
did he
one
pass on?
point, there were like 14.
14
at some
taxis. Yeah. And then, do you still have taxis now? Or?
Yeah, my mom took over the business, but it's more like she had to start afresh.
Oh.
Yeah, because after a person has passed on, a whole lot of other things
Yeah.
start going haywire and whatnot.
So your mom's still running the business to
Yes,
this
she
day?
is.
She still has taxis to this day.
Yes.
What was your dad's name?
Why do you know my dad's
I
name?
think when I was in primary, we used your dad's taxis to go to like a farewell party or something.
When were you in primary, Tapo?
None of your business. This
Which primary were
No.
you at?
so you
If I
got-
dare tell you my
No,
dad's
it's
name,
fine,
this
it's fine.
podcast
It's
is
fine.
going to trend because all my primary friends are going to come back here and start calling me that in public and whatnot. So I'm just
Oh.
tired of those kids.
So you don't want to say your
No, I can say my dad's name, but I know once they watch the podcast, it's just going to be a constant reminder of them being on my case all over the
But
time.
what's your father's name? I want to know as well. So that
My dad's name was Begnuz Nathaniel Tibbs.
Begumuzi Nathaniel Thabithabs. Shit, that sounds like a character on the Sibaya for
It
sure.
is.
For real. Begumuzi Nathaniel Thabithabs.
It is a character.
Yeah. like way back. Was it like a typical Zulu?
Nah, he lacked some aspects. He tried to be a typical one.
Yeah.
Well, he was tough when he needed to be tough, but he was such a romantic around my mom. I don't know whether my mom made him soft or what. So he's such a softy man.
Speaking about your mom, I watched
A clip from my documentary.
No, I didn't watch a clip from the documentary. What
The
did you
doc is
take me
not
for?
out.
Okay, then I watched the clip from I watched the clip from the documentary. on your YouTube. Why is the documentary not out yet?
Because
I thought you shot the whole thing and you're done.
yeah, it's been done, but Tabang feels like it's not yet time. People are still sleeping on Thabithabs and whatnot.
Who's Tabang?
Tabang's my manager.
Okay. So he feels people are still sleeping on you.
Yeah. It feels like this is not the time.
But you don't have a song out. Why did you have a song out? Did you ever put out a song?
I've had songs that are done ages ago before this whole Amapiano genre started
Did you
dominating
put
the
it out
industry.
though, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I do have songs that are out. Hey, dude, you've been sleeping on my brand for years.
No,
yeah.
I haven't. I know the song.
You, which one?
That one. Anyway. Bag. But then how do you, what's your rollout? Let's talk about your rollout when you make music and you put out music as Thabithabs, because you've accomplished so far. Like, you've accomplished a lot so far. You
I think
understand?
so, but it's not enough for the industry.
Yeah, but then where now? What is your rollout of, like, when you put out a song, what do you do? Because there's a way to put out a song for people to actually, like, to raise awareness that you are actually putting out a song.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I raise awareness, I drop the song, I feature it on most of my mixtapes. And then it's probably accessible on most music platforms.
Okay, but okay. You
I
know
even
what?
had a music video. Tepe, you've been sleeping on my brand. You're partly the reason why I don't release the documentary. Actually, you must pay me for coming here, because now this interview is turning to be an interview about you.
Okay, let me ask you then. Let me ask you
Yes.
this. When you were in primary, or in high school in KZN, you decided that you want to be in the industry, in the music entertainment industry,
Yes.
and you started dancing.
No, I've been dancing. I got to school when I was dancing.
Yeah.
On my first day in Fige schooling,
Which either?
I was dancing,
Yeah.
and the girls at school said, "Ngumntana kabamzayeze."
Ah,
and I was
shit.
known at the entire school before the school could actually start.
Oh, because the other was from Tembisa, I knew from Tembisa, and
Yes.
it's like 1 and 1.
And because I was very
Supposed to
good at
too.
dancing then, I was famous before the school could actually start.
I hear you. I hear you. But then and then you left high school. Which college did you go to?
UJ.
Oh, you went to UJ?
Yeah,
And
I
what-
went to UJ in Bunton Road, but
What
I
did you
was a
study?
father.
What were you studying there?
I did ceramic design, and then I took events management as an extracurricular activity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ceramic design.
Yeah.
You design ceramics.
No, not really. Ceramic design are your tiles, your dishes, your...
Okay. Yeah, well, it
Mostly
makes sense
reformed
because
from
of
clay.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you did that.
Yes.
And why did you choose that? That is so far away from you, Thabithabs.
Well, not really.
Is it not?
I'll tell you why not really.
That you would have chose ceramic design. I would think maybe like design isn't like you design clothes.
Well, the initial plan was to get into fashion.
Okay.
But when we got into fashion, fashion was already full.
Oh, I see.
Fashion was full, and my mom is like, "No, you're not coming back home.
Okay.
You've only got 3 years to finish school so that whoever is behind you gets the same chance as you.
Okay.
So if you are coming home, what exactly are you coming back to do?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Okay, cool." Instead of me just going back home, the foundation at FADA is the same
Yeah.
for everyone.
Yeah.
So let me just crash into another course for the foundation year,
Yeah.
and I'll swap all
Okay.
second year.
Okay. Alright.
But then, I tried fashion was full. I tried interior design was full. I tried jewelry design was full.
Yeah.
Then between graphics and ceramics and whatnot, I was like, nah. I was computer illiterate at that time.
Okay.
So I did not think graphics would be my thing.
Okay.
I jumped into ceramics. When I did ceramics, and then I figured out ceramics is basically giving me a foundation of a whole lot of things that I can do, because I'm a handy person.
Okay.
I can get a lot of things done at my
Okay.
hands. And after the first year, I'd already fallen in love with it.
Okay.
Just turning anything, and like the whole process of moving it from clay to something that is really elegant and at a specific level that tells a whole different story and whatnot. So at this point in time, I was not really interested in how will I make money out of it when I'm done.
Yeah.
But I just stuck to it because it made me feel as if there's something that I'm actually bringing to life. My ideas are actually brought to life from nothing to something.
I hear you.
Then I finished that one. The events management course actually gave me a beautiful journey, because along the process I met a whole lot of people. It was not really a course, it was an extracurricular activity, as I was saying. But it just exposed me to a whole lot of people who are doing very nice things and things I'd actually like.
Okay.
So when I was in the process of doing the whole ceramic design and whatnot, it actually made me figure that I'm probably at the right place in terms of acquiring a skill.
Okay.
But in terms of what I want to do in life, this is the same skill I could apply everywhere else.
Oh, I see.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the same skill I can
Yeah.
acquire somewhere else
So that's
and
how you
apply
do
somewhere
it.
else. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me acquire the skill so that I can I apply the same methods
Yeah.
that I'm using here somewhere else. Sharp. Then I did that and I was done. Before I could actually finish my third year, I'd already on third year they actually announced that they're looking for female DJs to join the DJ society.
Okay.
So I jumped into that one.
So you took that one?
No, I
Because
jumped
pretty
into
much
that
I
one. So now it was three things
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
It was now school and this DJ society thingy and whatnot. And I jumped into the DJ society in 2009.
Yeah.
Because in 2008 it was not there. I don't know for whatever reason that were there.
Okay.
But in 2009 I jumped into it. When I jumped into it, we were 2 men in the class and there's little equipment and whatnot.
Yeah.
Then I decided to come back to the group
Okay.
to acquire the skill.
Okay. I see what you mean. And then how did you then get to that? When did you the break that actually gave you other breaks? You understand? I always say
The big break.
Yeah, but not the big break, but the break that gave you other breaks.
Or the one that, okay.
The one that got you to go to YFM and all this other radio
But
stations that you
basically
go
that is almost a big break.
to. Yeah.
Okay, I started entering small competitions and whatnot. For the first few times, Ugofi, being the guy who was teaching me how to play at that time, he
Who?
said, I'm not ready.
Who?
Kofi.
Who's Kofi?
There's another guy said, Kofi, you won't know Kofi.
Okay, okay.
Unless, of course, you've been into the whole DJing thing.
I thought you were talking about
Because
Black
he's a
Coffee.
legend. No, not Kofi.
Yeah.
Kono Kofi.
Oh,
Kofi
okay.
Makofane.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
from around.
Okay.
Yeah. Came in the basics into it with the help of all the other guys who were
Okay.
into the movement, because they had a movement
Yeah.
called Velikas movement.
Yeah.
So I was basically the only chick there.
Oh, okay.
Sharp, it doesn't matter. For the first few times I was like, I'm not ready.
Okay.
And I understood I was not ready because
Yeah.
when I approached him, I had already told him
Okay.
at what level do I see myself
Yeah,
as a DJ
yeah.
and what do I want to achieve. So considering that he had all the experience, it was very, very easy for him
Yeah.
to say, no, you're not ready.
You're not
no,
ready.
you won't stand this.
Okay.
No, you see.
Yeah.
So I gave it some time. I gave it some time. Then after I had been practicing for over a year and started playing publicly a little bit, I had my first big battle with the DJs.
That
As
was your
Nico.
first big battle.
Yeah, it was
Well,
the first big
as
one.
Nico.
Yeah.
As Nico.
Yes.
What the baby is Nico? Shit.
Of a smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So DJ Zinke.
Yeah.
And DJ Zinke at that time was already big. Was already
Her
DJ
brand
Zinke.
has developed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had my battle with her. That one happened. It just created the wrong hype around me.
Yeah.
Then shortly after that, I joined the Gauteng Carnival.
Out in Carnival.
Yes,
Okay.
competition. And basically, I was the only female DJ there again on the top 10.
Okay. On the top 10.
Yeah. So when I got into the top 10, that opened doors to many other things.
Yeah.
When I was the only female DJ on the top 10, I got selected to go to Miami.
Yes. Miami.
Yeah.
The state.
Yes.
Nice.
For the SA Music Conference. So I left and went there. When I came back, then I started trying to analyze a few other things. How could I actually be to now?
Just like
To elevate the brand, keep going.
Yeah.
And this one other time when I was sleeping, my boyfriend at that time woke me up and said there's a competition in YFM that is long. They're looking for a JC music in Stress. I heard about it this morning. I think it's closing today.
At White.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, so wake up, you must send a mixtape to that thing. Oh, cool, no problem. I made a mixtape, we submitted it, and then they gave us feedback and I got selected.
So you got selected to do the YTKO.
No, not really. There was no competition running for YTKO.
Okay, but then
I was
what were
selected
you
for the
selected
JC Lee Spin Stress
I
competition.
remember that because I used to listen to
Yeah.
YFM a lot.
And it felt like a win for me already
Yeah.
because I've been competing with
Yeah.
guys.
So you were competing with beats and it felt like you were doing something.
No, when I got into the JC Lee Spin Stress,
Yeah.
it felt like a through pass
Oh,
for me.
okay.
Because I've been competing with guys all along. And for the JC Lee Spin Stress, I only had to compete with females.
Oh, I see. So that was like something different for you.
No, I felt as if, nah, this is mine.
I
Like
hear
this
you.
is what I've been working for the
I
entire
hear you,
time.
yeah.
So this is just gonna be easy. I got into it, I gave it my best and I won.
You won.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I won. When I won the competition, they were looking for a replacement for YTKO.
Yeah. So who are you replacing on YTKO?
I was replacing Shimza.
You're replacing Shimza. So you took Shimza's spot on YTKO.
Yes.
Why? Because they didn't want him there anymore? Or?
No, he was moving to a bigger radio station.
Yeah, a bigger radio station.
Yeah. YFM, we know. YFM is our foundation
Yeah.
radio station.
How long
It's
were
the
you there
talent
for?
spot.
Yeah. They spoil a lot of talents.
They
made
did.
a lot of
They
people.
made big names.
Yeah. Well, in the industry, if I think about it, leaders in our music industry right now, I'm talking about radio, podcasts, everything was made actually from YFM. If you think about it, because More Flavor is big on Metro FM and it started on YFM. And we talk
DJ
about it
Fresh,
online. Yes, DJ Fresh,
your
Oskido,
McGee's.
dude, McGee's. If you talk about online, McGee's like the king right now of podcasts in South Africa. So, and he's from YFM as well. So they actually like mutual. And you, like when you talk about, you know what I mean? Like, why do you forget yourself and mention everybody else? Why is that? But then,
If there's one thing about me, you know that I never rub my horn.
you never do that. Why not? I do that all the time. I tell people, yo.
Well, I'll probably do that to
best.
myself in the mirror and just for self-motivation and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I always feel like props are always due when they come from the right people.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because if you're doing your work and then giving yourself props, that is just you trying to elevate yourself to a specific level.
I hear you.
And trying to keep yourself motivated to continuously do it. But if the feedback comes from the people that you are doing the work for, then the feedback is lit.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's just crowning yourself and calling yourself Queen of Mtonto and whatnot. That is just you being a little bit arrogant or over your head. But when the title comes from the people, then it's a title worthy because you can't be a queen without an empire.
Of course. Wow. Yeah. So you feel you've never said I'm the queen. People have to say it for you in order for it.
I always leave it to the people.
Okay.
I'll say I'm the queen to myself before I deliver a specific set.
Yeah.
But then once that is done, I've been the queen because I was delivering the set. In order to get confirmation of if I really was a queen when I stood on set, then that is confirmation that comes from the feedback after I delivered what I thought I was delivering.
So now tell me.
Yes.
You died in. You did the YFM thing.
Yes.
And that was that. How long did you do that for?
2 years.
You did that for 2
Dumelo
years.
told me straight up that it's giving me 2 years at YFM and after 2 years I must leave.
Who told you this?
Dumelo.
Who? Oh, Dumelo was the station manager at the time.
Yes.
I know. I've heard of Dumelo now. Yeah. So he gave you 2 years and he said, that's what I'm giving you.
When he gave me the platform, he told me straight up that the industry has the ability to consume people and make them comfortable. Experiences.
Yes.
So I can see you doing a whole lot more for yourself.
Yeah.
I don't want you staying here longer than 2 years. I want you here for 2 years to grab whatever you need to grab and grow your brand to that extent. And once that is done, leave. I don't care if it still feels good or whatnot, but after 2 years, I don't want you out of here.
Oh, I see.
So in that 2 years, a big part of me felt like, okay, I'm not where I want to be as yet. But when I was released, it felt like it was just confirmation of what Dumelo was giving me.
Okay. So you were getting paid for your work at YFM. Getting paid good money.
Next.
Well, you're not getting paid at YFM?
Next. We're still on this question.
Okay. Alright, but I'm assuming if you were not getting paid.
I'm already not liked by a whole lot of people in the industry. Please don't make it worse.
Okay. I just wanted to know though. I wanted to know if you were making money or if you
No, I wasn't. I was making money through bookings and...
So YFM was a platform to get you out there. Beyond that, you had to make it on your own.
No, in all honesty...
So you kill what you eat. I mean, you eat what you kill. What did I say? You eat what you kill.
Actually, YFM was basically a platform to... It was a publicity platform for you.
Oh, okay. So
Get your brand big.
Yeah.
No, the contract doesn't say that. The contract says if the show is sponsored, you're going to get paid.
Okay.
But...
So the show was never sponsored?
Now let's not get into that. Now get into YFM politics.
Because I'm a fan of YFM. I want to know how they treated you.
You want to know how it treated me? Have you followed Everybody's Left YFM? We all have a story to tell. That place has the ability of giving you a very good thing and then giving you a very bad experience, and then you need to figure out how you combine the two and stand out strong out of it.
Oh, I see.
But for me, I was not there for the money.
Okay.
More than anything, yes, I was given a contract that said if the show is sponsored, I was going to get money. but then I was never getting money. But for
I
the
know
mere
the show
fact,
was sponsored. Wasn't it sponsored?
yeah, it was
by-
sponsored several
by-
times.
Yes.
Yes. So what happened is that for us, it was fair enough that you'd get on the show, and at the end of the show, after you've played the set, you get plus minus 3 or 4 gigs or 6 gigs for the entire weekend, if not 9. And then that was good enough for me because I was able to buy a car after I did my first day there.
Yeah, wow.
So
Yeah.
it was not bad.
So you were able to buy your first car after you did your first year at YFM. That's amazing. So you had bad parts and good parts.
Here's the thing with me. I always find positivity in negativity. Everything else that appears to be very, very wrong to everyone else appears to be very, very right to me.
Yeah,
Because I feel like no matter how negative a situation can be, when you receive it or when you see it at face value, there's something very, very great that comes out of it.
Yeah.
So every time you're exposed to you working at a specific place and you're not getting paid, for the mere fact that I could reach over 100,000 ears in 30 minutes,
In 30 minutes alone.
that was very good enough for me. I was very happy with that because I'd never go a week without a gig, and I'd never go a week frustrated where my next sale is going to come out from. So I was very, very happy with everything that was going there. I always found a way to turn my negative situations into positivities.
No, I hear you. So then 2 years later, then you had to leave YFM.
Yeah.
And then how was that for you?
With the rumors and everything else that everyone else was saying and how it happened, how I had to find out I'm not actually going back to life, I'm not. It had a major impact because it felt as if I'm being deprived of an opportunity to find myself a new home, or rather a new place where I could actually
What
go.
rumors though? Like what exactly are you talking about? Like what were
No,
people
there are
saying?
always rumors that always transpire once the news are out.
Yeah.
You see, she's not working at YFM anymore. You hear rumors, yeah, she won't be able to pay for the car anymore, and now she's gonna leave the boyfriend. What all those stories, useless stories. And
Okay.
But in this case, or in my case, everything else just reminded me that I actually was somewhere with my career when I took a decision to get into YFM.
Okay.
I already had a very, very strong relationship with the Kozi FM and whatnot.
Yeah.
So the only issue I carried out of YFM was the fact that I was never told in time in order to make a plan.
Yeah.
You know, when you're being released from your contract and whatnot, you're usually told in time that we're not renewing your contract based on reasons 1, 2, 3 or whatnot. I was never given that opportunity. And I'm not the only person who was never given that opportunity. A whole lot of us.
So they told you on the day. So YFM didn't tell you in time that your contract was ending.
Yeah, we can't say YFM because it's one person altogether. Yeah, it was one person's job to do that. And for the mere fact that he was signing on new artists and new talents, it was quite clear that you're supposed to inform the people that you are releasing. So that's basically what I went through.
Okay, so they didn't tell you in time, and you had another deal that was lined up.
You always have something up your sleeve.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You
need
cannot
to know.
approach other things because you think you have things sorted on the other side. So if you're not told in time, you basically lose everything.
Okay, I see. No, that's because I remember DJ Spista was talking about the same thing. But he said he had to actually buy himself out of YFM contract because he signed onto it, and after he had signed onto it, Metro FM called him, and Metro FM was obviously a bigger.
Right.
You understand, a bigger brand than what YFM was at the time. So he literally had to pay, I think he said half a meal, or if not quarter of a meal to sign himself out of that deal. You know, but then after that, when you lost that contract with YFM, you were not able to acquire the contract with what is the other radio station?
I did not secure anything else with any other radio station, so I had to start afresh.
Okay.
So that for me was a turning point in my life, but it was not something major for me because I feel like I've already built a brand with Thabithabs.
Okay,
and I was Thabithabs before I entered into YFM. I just needed YFM to get that brand exposed to other people. And to some extent, I felt like Tumelo had a point when he said he was giving me 2 years because if I stayed longer there, it was just going to come with comfortability and all the side effects that come with comfortability.
But then I want to know, so what did you do afterwards?
After YFM. I started from fresh.
You started afresh, like you started like.
I started
completely from the
rebranding.
bottom.
Yes, I started from the bottom. I started rebranding. I started freelancing. I was moving from radio station to radio station, and for me, it worked to some extent because now I'm exposed to masses rather than being exposed to everybody who listens to YFM. You see, so if I'm moving from Kozi FM to City FM, Metro FM, and whatnot, doing all these things and whatnot, it's exposing me to bigger masses than what YFM was.
Wow.
So to some extent, that negativity turned into a very, very great positivity for me because it helped me stay even more consistent and everything. Everybody else who was gunning to see me fail and not going anywhere was now at a point where how did she make it right?
But then now, the rumors that you're talking about when you left YFM, you said that the people are speculating that you're not going to be able to pay for your house, not for your car, and then your boyfriend was going to leave you.
No, I'm going to leave the boyfriend.
Oh, you're going to leave the boyfriend? Who was the boyfriend?
Well, it has always been rumored that I'm going to leave him either way.
Yeah, who was the boyfriend?
That's my baby daddy.
Who was that nigga? Who's that nigga?
My baby daddy is him. While giving him airplay during my set.
The reason why I'm bringing it up, because... No, I'm bringing it up because you remember we had a...
Why bring him up during my set? Like, you guys don't want me to move on. I keep moving on.
Did you move on?
People are on some TPA. Yeah. Your baby daddy's on TV. Yeah. Your baby daddy is doing one. What am I supposed to do? Niggas, just leave me alone. Good people.
You really know who the baby daddy is.
The baby daddy is him. Hi, baby daddy. You're him.
Listen, why I'm asking is because remember when you shot that red square?
Yeah.
There was this nigga who took your picture, right? He took your picture after his name. I even commented on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, the baby daddy was there. Okay, Shop, let me name the baby daddy Shop because he played his role.
Yeah.
Ooh, DJ Hectic.
DJ Hectic. Okay, we don't know who the baby daddy is. But then, so DJ Hectic is the baby daddy and he's on TV.
No, he was on TV.
At the time.
No, yesterday.
He was on TV yesterday.
Yeah.
DJ Hectic.
Now, this is about me, man. Stop deriving from the extra points.
So,
Free publicity now.
how did you feel about that? Like when that guy posted that picture of you and said, you look for attention by not wearing clothes and that was a promo shoot by the way. And he didn't know that you're actually doing a promo shoot for Red Square. He just took a picture of the poster and said some shit on it.
And worst part, you went and took my picture on Twitter.
You took it on Twitter?
That picture was posted on Twitter.
Yeah.
I went to Twitter and took it on Twitter and brought it back to Facebook.
Yeah.
And captioned it in his own way.
Okay, so when you responded, you shot the whole thing, right?
Well, okay, here's what happened.
Yeah.
When that thing was posted, I've been blocked on Facebook. I don't know how. Probably somebody reported me.
Yeah.
And in this case, I assume it's the very same person who knew he was going to post shit about me. So I got blocked on Facebook. I couldn't comment on anybody's status and whatnot. So by the time this thing was posted, I was literally left with plus minus 3 hours to get unblocked.
Okay.
So when he posted about it, people started calling me.
Okay.
And I just came back from a gig, I was tired and everything. Yeah. People started calling me about this. You need to check this out. You need to check this out. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. I go on and check it out. I'm like, nah, this low life again. Nah, bruh, nah, don't have the energy and don't have the strength.
Yeah.
And to some extent, I'm trying to ignore it because I've already concluded that this person is just seeking attention at the wrong place.
Yeah.
But now, what makes this thing a very personal thing is the fact that we have DJ'd with this guy for some time.
Oh.
He's in a circle. He knows my baby daddy. He knows the kind of family that I was raised in.
So he
knows
knows
my brother. He knows me at a personal level. So for him to actually just go around and do this, and this was something I was reprimanding him on the previous week. It started feeling as if it's a personal attack, and now it needed my attention. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll give him my attention. You want my attention? Shut. People kept on reprimanding him about it and telling him that he will suffer the consequences, but being him and the way stupid as he is, I'm sorry. He continued acting as if this is something you just flush under the rug and whatnot. Not with me, not with how I was raised, and not with the family that I come.
So you got back at him?
Yeah, I got him.
You posted it, you took it, you screenshot it, you posted it, you spoke about it.
Yeah, because he felt everybody's coming at him, and then he removed it.
Yeah.
I posted it again because he wanted the attention. So give him the attention that he wants. I posted it again, and then he started sending inboxes to me and my brothers and everybody closer to me. But he was not going to get out of this one. And I was skissishing, guys.
So then he apologized?
Doesn't matter.
On Facebook.
It's late.
So was it late when you apologized?
Yeah, it was too late.
You felt like, nah, this is
This
done.
is the same thing as you raping me and then saying sorry about it to me.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah.
can't do that.
So you actually felt like that. It felt
Yeah.
like rape to you.
Yeah, like if you've had enough time to go grab the picture somewhere else,
Yeah,
write about it,
yeah,
post it, get reprimanded by plus minus 10 people
Yeah.
and still don't remove the post.
yeah.
You still answer to people with attitude and whatnot. It
Yeah.
means it was part of your plan.
Yeah.
So in order for us to fill up your plan, we'll add a few things into your plan.
Yeah.
So it's fine. We'll just add on a few touch-ups. We'll add a conclusion to the entire story,
Yeah.
to your story.
I hear you. So now, what did Hectic say when he saw that?
Wow, he handled him nice.
He did.
He did his part as that because he got into the post as like, never mind the fact that you think you're opinionated. I don't have a problem with you writing whatever you want. The only problem I have is you taking a picture of my baby
Yeah.
mama and the mother of my child and posting it here
Yeah.
and writing all the shit about her when you know nothing about her.
Yeah.
And then he kept on being hard-headed and whatnot. And I said, nah, it's fine. We'll deal with you when we see you in person because you're not too far. You're here.
Okay. Then what happened between you and Hectic then? If he still
broke
cares
up.
about you so much, why did you break up with Hectic?
Uh,
You guys are in the same industry, you're doing the same thing, therefore you understand each other, the hours, everything. Why would you then break up with somebody who's such a perfect match to you?
well,
Like if you're dating me, you'd be like, I'm on a gig, I'm doing a gig at 2 a.m. on Saturday, I'd be like, no.
you,
But you must be home by that time.
I don't
But
never
now Hectic
dated.
understands that you do these things, this is your life because he does it too. So this is a perfect partner. Then why do you break up with him?
Ever heard of a saying that says love alone is not enough?
Love alone is not enough. I've heard of that, yes.
Yeah, love alone is never enough.
Because people are telling me some shit like that. Love alone is not enough. What does that mean?
No, in my context with Hector, it's not even that case. It's just that, there's a specific life transition he was just going through that is rubbing me sideways.
Okay.
And after, now it started becoming a thing of, he did this, and I've been forgiving it, and now it's creating a pattern.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now when it starts creating a pattern, the issue was not forgiving him.
Okay.
The issue was now how I actually come across as an embarrassment and humiliated in other people because now people have other stories to tell.
Okay, so he was not being faithful to you. Is that what you're saying?
I can't put it in that way.
What-
in
how
that
can you
words
put it?
exactly because I've never, I can't say I found him in a position like that.
Okay.
There's a specific scenario that happened that included people that I'd cut out of my life, and then he decided to be friends with those people.
Oh, I see.
So when it happened in public.
Yeah.
And instead of him standing in my defense, he was laughing with the people who were humiliating me in public.
I see.
So I felt as if this is really not a safe space for me.
Yeah.
This is not something for me I could actually hold
Yeah,
on to.
yeah.
And besides, I don't feel guilty. It is fine and it's fair for anyone to stay in a position where you are in a relationship or in a partnership with someone else.
Yeah.
But once that thing is involved, that thing takes priority
Yeah,
over you.
yeah.
So I just wanted to be in a space where I'm treating you as a priority in my life. Treat me as a priority.
Yeah.
If I'm protecting your peace, protect my
Protect,
peace.
okay,
And
cool.
in this case, I've protected your image the entire time.
And he
the only
never
thing
did.
that I actually needed from you was for you to know how to say no. And this is not right. This is
Okay.
not going to happen
So,
in my
so he didn't protect you, and you felt you were protecting him.
Yeah,
Okay. No, but that's not nice, you know?
I know.
Yeah. Well, how did you guys meet?
We met on social media.
Oh, you met on social media.
Yeah, I think he had an idea of who I was and he kept on inboxing me and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
And then they invited me to a gig and
Yeah.
then we grew closer from there.
Oh, okay, I see. And then you obviously that is done. When did you guys separate? Which year?
Last year,
Last year. Only last year. When last year? During COVID-19.
before COVID.
Before COVID. So like early last year. Oh, okay. So no part ever since then.
No?
No part.
You know what?
Are you single? Is what I'm trying to ask.
Now I am cool now.
Are you cool? What does that mean?
I don't want a relationship. I want money.
Okay.
I
And then you
just
can't
want
get
money
both.
and a whole lot of successes. Nah,
You
it
can't get
doesn't
both.
come easy. You know, when you're trying to make money, you use money.
Yeah.
When you're trying to keep a relationship, you need to use money. That is why we say love alone is not enough. In order for you to finance romance and all these other things that come with a relationship, you need money.
So you feel like if you're in a relationship, you will be using money instead of.
I always use money in a relationship.
You always. That's you. That's
Yeah,
who you
that
are.
is me. I always use money in a
So you
relationship.
use money with Hectic
Yeah.
to try and keep the relationship going.
No, not to keep the relationship, but just to, like I said, in order for you to implement the romance in the relationship,
Yeah.
you use money in the romance.
I hear
You see,
Yeah.
so I'd say if there's another ingredient to keep a relationship going, it's finances.
Oh, I see. So weekend aways, all these things, they cost money, obviously.
Yeah.
And then that's what you're talking about. Then you say
Yes.
you then have to spend money.
All those unexpected giftings
Yeah.
and all those things. Like
Yeah.
when I get in, like in my case, I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm very bad at relationships because most people fail to deliver to exactly what
Yeah.
I see as a relationship. So
Hopeless romantic.
yeah, I am. So that's why
So when you love,
I'm
you
cool.
love.
Yeah. That's why I'm cool for now because
I'm talking to the guys there.
that's what I'm saying. I'm cool for now because now it's easier for me to focus on my things and focus on my better, other than having to focus on a relationship. And on the contrary, it's a little bit hard trying to get in a relationship with another person that you still have to explain your hustle. And on the other side, I don't ask for anything.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So you and Hectic got done, that's done. It's still in your life though, through your child, and you guys are okay.
Yeah, we're co-parenting. We're parenting okay.
Yeah,
We're fine. We're good.
You're good.
We're good support structure for each other as friends. We're sorted. We're just fine. We're happy.
I always believed that a kid should be raised by both parents. So
Yes.
I'm speaking that into existence. Hectic, do your thing.
But we are raising the kid together.
Yeah, but then, in the same space, in the same scenario. Your kid mustn't have a stepmother and a stepfather.
Nah, she can.
She can?
Yeah.
There's no hope.
She can.
There's
No,
no
she
hope of
can.
going back. Is that what that's what I'm
No,
asking.
what I'm saying is that I was blessed enough for my kid to actually go through this entire experience without her having had enough knowledge or having the image that mom and dad live together.
Okay, I see.
So she's already raised in a
So
space
she
where mom is
understands.
living apart from dad. She's
Yeah.
already a person who's understanding of the situation.
Yeah.
The only thing we'll actually have to find ourselves explaining in the near future is that mom and dad love you so much, but mom and dad can't love each other perfectly, baby.
Yeah.
So you are going to get the perfect love that we had shared between us. Yeah, good. Daddy can love whoever he wants to love, and mom can love whoever he wants to love, as long as you're taking care of.
Okay. That's good. Did DJ Hectic let that go? Did he let you go?
I don't know. We can ask him.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm very selfish when it comes to my emotions.
Okay.
Because I don't want anything that.
But what I'm asking is, you obviously broke it off. And was it easy for him to just say, okay?
Well, maybe at that point in time he just said okay because he felt as if.
Yeah, did he ever come back and say, you know what, I actually made a mistake?
Even if he did, I was not going to hear it out.
So he never did?
No, I'm just trying to say that he probably did, but
so your mindset was not
I
there.
deflect.
Okay,
Yes,
cool,
I just put on a deflector on things that I don't want to hear.
I hear you. So what do you think, because you are very vocal about STV?
Six-pack gang.
Six-pack gang.
Is that what you want to tell us about?
No, actually no. But
Oh,
let's
okay.
talk about the six-pack gang and how you feel they're messing up the industry. Six-pack is not the alcohol.
Yeah.
People DJ for six-pack, for alcohol. Like Casalara is a six or whatever. So how do you feel? Why do you think that they're messing up the industry by
They are.
How so?
The music business is like entertainment is one business that carries a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
There is no point in you going out there and making over 10,000 for a person through bar sales while you are there, only for them to just give you a pair of six-pack and put their time money to yourself. So basically, what I'm trying to get at is that we have a whole lot of people who are using our business as a hobby.
Oh, okay.
And in the process of using it a hobby, they're not using it as a hobby that could actually give you money.
Yeah.
They're using it a hobby that just destroys the entire industry for us who are treating it as a business.
I see.
So we already have to fight with you, people who are treating our jobs as a hobby. And you already have to fight with promoters because there is this person who does this as a hobby.
Yeah, I see.
Who is easy access to the promoter.
Yeah.
So it's a mess, man.
So it makes it much more difficult for you to actually get caught.
Yes. Every time when you're supposed to get whatever it is that is due to you, you're going to be told about the availability of somebody or three more people who could actually just be covered with the money that are supposed to have been paid to.
I hear you. But I want to know your stance on human. There's a 3-letter word for it, but basically women abuse.
Is it gender-based violence?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like gender-based violence the media has created an impression that gender-based violence is focused on women.
Yeah.
While in all honesty, gender-based violence is an altogether of everything.
Yeah.
It covers men as well.
Yeah.
It covers children. It covers everyone. It covers
Yeah.
male and female.
Yeah.
So my opinion on it is that things like this are happening.
Yeah.
That is the only reason we have campaigns like this happening. And just because women are suddenly getting to a point where they're coming out about it and men are not yet there, it does not mean it doesn't happen to men. We do have our violent sisters and abusive sisters out there.
Yeah.
It's just not. I think it's something that should just be focused on as an issue that we are facing.
Yeah.
As the human race.
Okay.
And not a specific gender or something of the type.
Yeah.
Because truly speaking, we do have great brothers out there, but then they can't actually just come out.
I hear you.
Because now if it appears in the eyes of a specific part is being more affected than the other one gets neglected. And once the other one is neglected, then no solutions are actually being provided. Because we're dealing with the victims and not dealing with the other victims that we haven't seen.
I hear you. We were now just talking about your skin tone, right?
Yes.
And then you said that you wish you were darker.
Yes, I do.
Why do you feel you have to advocate for it so much? Why do you feel you have to fight for yourself, for everybody to know your skin tone? And because you always do that, like even on your profile, dark dindi, right? So that literally says that you're a dark person and whatnot, and you're proud of it. But why do you feel like you have to put it in like forefront?
Because the media has already created an illusion that if you're dark-skinned or if you're fair complexioned, you are really not the prettiest thing on earth or whatnot. But on the contrary, for me, it's not really a case against the media. It's also a case against how our black sisters and our black brothers look down on our own skin. So from where I come from, I say this a lot because I know there's probably another kid out there who's probably as fair complexioned as me, or probably even darker than me. But now they're failing to just interact because when they're around other kids, they're made to feel inferior about their skin. I don't want any kid going through that. I don't want anybody else who feels darker than me and very pretty in their own skin to feel as if they're not good enough. You are good enough. And if, like I said, if I had things my way, I'd probably go darker.
You go darker.
Yeah, I'd go darker. Yes.
I have to say, I like that because my child is darker. She's dark skinned because I'm dark skinned, right? And I don't want her to feel some type of way, to feel little, you know what I mean? And I always appreciate it when I see people like you who are in the industry, who are pushing as hard as you are, and then who are very proud to be who they are. You know? I have to say, I was very disappointed at like in shows RIP and what's her name? This other lady, Kanin Bao. Right? They went and they bleached their skin. You know what I mean? And there were like certain comments that Kanimba was making to say, I'm just doing it for me, I'm not a role model, you know, if you don't want this, then... Actually, what's your take on that? Like, what's your take on people who actually bleach their skin?
I actually have no opinion on that.
You have no opinion?
And the only reason I have no opinion on that is that there are specific things that we choose to have, and then there are specific things that you are born with. And if somebody has more than enough funds to get to a point where they feel confident in whatever they've turned out to be, then good for them. Because I'm telling you the same thing, that if I have more than enough money and I find somebody who can make me darker, I'll go darker. So if I'm sitting here and then having opinions on somebody who went lighter, that is just me being a hypocrite. Because they just chose a lighter tone than my tone. I like being darker. I'll probably go.
But can I just say this though? I feel like the tone, our tone, is blessed because it's more of a sun thing. So if you want to be darker, you can just be by the sun and you will.
Nah, you're burning my skin, bro.
But you'll be
I'm the child of the soil. The soil never gets burnt by the sun.
Oh, but then I get the sun, the pigment and the food. No, it doesn't matter.
But the pigment only gets burned when it's exposed to the sun.
I see.
So we don't want it looking dirty and ashy because nah.
Okay, cool. I hear you. Let's because we need to wrap it up quickly. I want to know, how much do you charge per gig?
It depends. If you are in and around Johannesburg, my gigs have been going for 5K. I'm not sure they'll still be. when we're done
Yeah.
this, because
After
I'm working
this
on.
podcast,
Yeah,
you
no,
might go
but besides that, I'm still working on other projects that I'm just waiting to see how far this whole lockdown thing is going to do.
Yeah.
And as soon as I drop in new projects and whatnot, I think that it's time I started charging
more
what my brand really requires.
Okay.
But
Actually,
I'm not fighting prices.
Before we get into that, you got a gig with who did you say you got a gig with? When you training DJs, I saw you.
Oh, the arts and culture.
The arts and culture. You said what?
No, I actually shared that poster of me training DJs, and then because I already have a relationship with the arts and culture, and I've done a whole lot of projects with them, including Gauteng Carnival. When they saw that it was fitting for the program.
Okay.
So instead of headhunting these 20 female DJ I prophesied about training the other year, they brought them to me and gave me all those 20 female DJs.
So you training 20 female DJs right
Yes.
now? Like people don't know how to DJ, you training them?
Yes.
And how much are they paying?
I can't disclose that.
Can't disclose that?
No.
That is
But
confidential.
as per my poster, it's 2.5 per person.
Oh. But we still can't disclose that. It's very confidential.
No, we can't disclose my government deal. It's my deal.
No. I was not asking how much you getting paid. I was asking how much they pay you.
Who?
That's 2.5.
No, the girls were headhunted by the arts and culture department,
So
and then they were given to me. These ones were just a gift.
Oh,
from
I see.
The arts and culture to
The
me.
other culture gave you money for them already.
Man, stop. They gave me 20 people. They gave me 20 female DJs to train.
Yeah. So that's it. And then they don't give you money. You're doing it out of the goodness of your heart.
Yeah, guys.
Nice. Anyway, so but then you still do train DJs at 2,000
I do, yes, at 2.5.
2.5.
I provide a masterclass at 2.5 that runs for 5 days, and the session is 2 hours a week, and it's 2 hours excluding theory. So we do theory and then you do practical for 2 hours. And it's a masterclass, guys.
It's a masterclass.
Yeah, it does not mean I'm giving you a reassurance that at the end of your masterclass you're gonna be a professional DJ and be big like me and whatnot. I'm kidding, I'm not big.
Big like you. But here's the thing though, here's my question. My question is, okay, I have a friend in Cape Town. I stay in Cape Town currently. So there's a friend in Cape Town who was asking if you can train them online and stuff like that.
Yes, I'm working on that.
Are you working on that?
Yes.
So you're gonna introduce it soon?
Yes.
Alright, I think my friend will appreciate that.
Yeah, your friend's gonna be so tight. And I've got a very huge understanding for women, you know. I think I'll find my future wife soon somewhere there.
What? You find the future wife? Anyway, so you charge 2,500 rand, right? You charge 2,500 for that. You charge 5,000 rand per gig to Candy.
No, if it's around Johannesburg, it's 5,000 rand.
And outside
Once it's
Johannesburg?
outside Johannesburg, depending on how far you are, it's affected by traveling rates and hospitality rates and everything.
Okay, I see. And then how do we get to book you? How do we do that?
I was actually going to give you guys my numbers, but I can't give you guys my numbers. I don't know Twang's numbers by head, but I know if you get into my social media, you get those numbers. But other than that, you can use my email address. It's bookings@djthabithabs.co.za.
Bookings at DJ Thabithabs. Like, so you got your own website and shit. At DJ Thabithabs.
I'm the ish, I told you.
Oh, shit. Bookings at DJ Thabithabs.
.co.za.
You're going to have it in the comments.
Yes. And I'll probably give you the numbers as well. Because
you give us the numbers?
yeah, you must add it again. But I don't know the numbers. Which numbers? If I give them my personal numbers, they'll continue to catfish me and stalk me and harass me the way they do.
Oh, are they still catfishing
Yeah, they
you?
do that.
Oh.
I just got catfished
I
again.
want to be your bodyguard. No.
You don't have to.
How so you
I'm
do
the
it?
nicest person.
So you can cut yourself. Is that what you're saying?
Shine back.
So that's how they do it. How much money do you have right now in your bank account?
Nothing.
You are broke.
Yeah, everything is just an investment or something. So,
Also, your investment, you invested in anything.
no, I'm building a home.
You're building a home?
Yes.
Like where? At your house or?
No, at my house.
At your house, you're building a home. Alright.
I'm building my daughter a home.
Oh.
And it's gonna have a swimming pool.
A Tembisa.
No,
it's
it's
1632. No? Why
I'm
you
moving
hating?
away.
Why are you hating?
It's too clustered here.
Oh shit. Anyway, tell me then.
It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, but I've got a whole lot of visitors here.
Oh.
So if I want my child to be raised the way I want to raise her, I need to exclude her from everything that I've been excluded from.
Oh, I see.
But,
Yeah.
so I just want to give her a whole different aspect in life.
Okay. So now, how do people follow you? How do people don't know you? Because you don't actually do this, but I know you are on.
I do need this. We always need the numbers.
Oh, okay. But you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you're on Twitter, and
I've got a website as well.
You've got yes.
Yeah, so
You can do your thing. You can do your thing. So just tell them what you. I'm done working.
hi guys, I'm DJ Thabithabs, and I was doing a podcast here with
The Big T, aka the Big T, don't forget, that's very important.
I used the affiliate in, so it doesn't matter about him. Back to me. Guys, thank you for tuning in. And I hope one of these actually gives everyone a different perspective or a whole new idea and a fresh start to So, for your bookings and everything on Facebook, please follow my page. It's DJ Thabithabs. Thabithabs in one word and DJ is separate word. Thabithabs is spelled Thabithabs. And then on Twitter and Instagram, it's at DJ Thabithabs. And my website is www.djthabithabs.co.za. Thank you. I told people that you are cheating on your wife.
Okay, I forgot something.
What did you forget?
I forgot what I was supposed to give you.
You told me a gift.
Yeah, I did. This lady in Cape Town, her name is Abu. She started a brand, it's called Hair Skin Organic. It has black soap, shea butter, and beard. Not that you have beard.
I'll use it on my head.
You use it on your hair, yes. So that's what she does.